What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, Cardinal Red, and we back for some more of that Ali Land boxing talk, people. And today we talking Floyd Mayweather's $80 million comeback deal, but still ducking Pacquiao. Alright, y'all. Reports have it that Floyd Mayweather has signed a 5 to 6 fight deal worth around $80 million. But there's no mention of him fighting Pacquiao, which is kind of awkward. I would have never thought that he would sign that many fights. And it doesn't say whether these are actual fights or if these are exhibitions. It said similar to the Shin, I guess you would call it exhibition or fight, but it didn't actually say whether these were going to be actual boxing matches or if they were just going to be exhibitions. But it did say that each fight would be reportedly worth around $10 million a piece. So I'm guessing it's more like 8 fights. So if he's going to be getting $10 million a piece, it's going to be more like 8 fights. And I don't, if he's doing 8 fights, I don't think these are going to be actual fights. You know, especially him being 42 years of age, I can't see him fighting 8 actual boxers. Because you got to think, if he's going to fight 8, that's 2 fights a year. That's 4 years worth of fights. And he would be 45 or 46 by the time he's done. I just don't see that actually happen. But I think he could do probably 2 or 3 of those exhibition fights in 1 year, because they're only like 4 rounds, 5 rounds. So these are not full contact fights. Interesting tidbit on my part. What are the chances of him doing an exhibition with Pacquiao instead of an actual fight? Maybe that's where this is headed. You know, boxing is getting really weird now. I keep saying they're going with this whole WWF, WWE, whatever you want to call it, brand of boxing now, and it's not entertaining to me, man. As far as Pacquiao goes, you know, nobody knows what his contract is. You know, everybody says, well, he signed a 2-fight deal, he signed a 3-fight deal. Some people saying he signed a partnership and not an actual fight deal, which means that, you know, there is no set number of fights. It's just a partnership between MP Promotion, Mayweather Promotion, and PBC Boxing. But nobody knows, you know, nobody's actually seen this paperwork. Nobody can show you what the paperwork actually says. Only Pacquiao, PBC, and Mayweather know what are actually in the contract. So it's going to be kind of hard to predict where Pacquiao's next fight is going to go. No shortage of fights for him out there. So many names that you can sit here for an hour and run down the amount of fights that actually could be put together surrounding Pacquiao, but where is this actually going? You know, nobody really knows. I think in a lot of people's mind at the moment, Spence and Thurman and Garcia are the leading front runners. To me, I would agree, but I would disagree at the same time, just because the fights are not worth that much. But it's interesting to me that Floyd is getting $10 million for an exhibition and Pacquiao is getting $10 million for an actual fight. So I mean, and I keep bringing this point up because it makes no sense for Pacquiao to keep fighting these guys for the same amount of money that Floyd's getting to not fight somebody. So I would assume that, alright, here's camera trouble, but you know, Floyd's getting $10 million to not fight actual boxers, and they're paying Pacquiao $10 million to fight actual boxers. So I would have to assume maybe he's not actually going to fight Thurman, Garcia, or Thurman or Garcia. Spence's might be worth a little bit more. But I just feel like there are a few other fights out there that could bring him a lot more money. And, you know, although I know people don't like Top Rank or Bob Arum, I feel like a Crawford fight is worth a significant amount of money. A Lomachenko fight is worth a significant amount of money, slightly more than $10 million. A Canelo fight is worth well over $10 million. So, you know, if he has only a 2-fight deal, let's assume he has a 2-fight deal, would it be worth it for him to fight another guy like Thurman or Garcia, Porter, Danny Garcia, you know, for $10 million, when he could fight Spence maybe for 15, or, you know, he could fight Crawford maybe for 15 or 20, or he could fight Loma for maybe 15 or 20, or he could fight Canelo for maybe 30, which the Canelo fight, I keep telling everybody, that's almost an impossibility just because of the fact Canelo has to drop so much weight. Even though the fight is worth a serious amount of money, it would be really, really hard for Canelo to say, you know, I want to go down and I want to go down. I'm going to lose this 10 pounds. I'm going to go down and fight Pacquiao. And then I have to regain that 10 pounds right back within less than a year to continue campaigning and defending my other titles. So there's a dynamic at play here as far as the money goes and the fights and how much they're worth. And I'm just really not sure where this is all going and where this is all going to end up for Pacquiao at the moment. Hopefully it all works out in his favor. You know, I know he's not going to put himself in no bad position, but I just don't get it. You know, at the moment I don't, unless his main goal for all of this was just to get away from Bob Arum and Top Rank so he can have more negotiating power. I don't get now why he actually signed with PBC, you know, unless he really, really thought he was going to get that Mayweather fight, which, like I said in a few videos ago, I don't think he's that foolish to only go sign with them for a Floyd Mayweather fight. Other than that, man, you know, let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. Hit that like button for me, and please subscribe. If you know any homeless people, 1 minute of your life and some leftovers can really change your life. So give up a minute and save a life, man. If you ain't got nothing else to talk about, tell them about boxing. Ollie Land Boxing Talk, Cardinal Red, and we out here.